Church. This is Pastor John and Hannah, and welcome to Midweek Minutes. It's been an absolute crazy month, and we've missed you for a couple weeks, but we're back on the swing of things. We're back on the flow.
Yes.
You come to breaking points in life, and I think it's kind of been one of those months for us here.
Well, it's kind of like between, New Year's and Easter, it's that lull time that's really hard, and so many people we're seeing and responding back to us on the app even that are having the breaking points in life.
Yes.
There's lots of breaking points that we come up to in life.
There are. I mean, they can be personal, they can be, school related or, colleague related, work related.
Health related, job related.
Financially, there's so many different breaking points you get in your life.
We've all been there.
There's pressures coming at you every single day, and it's how do you deal with that? How do you deal with that when you get to that breaking point?
Yeah, we've all been in different breaking points in our life, and you just feel like you can't go much further. I know you've had those experiences.
I have. I was a single mom and thought I was on top of the world, and I was invincible. Nothing could, career-wise, my son thriving, and then all of a sudden I was sidelined by a car accident and suffered a traumatic brain injury, and it sidelined my career, it sidelined my life, everything. It just came to a screeching halt. And a lot of times you don't know how strong you are until you go through these challenges in life. And I honestly was at my breaking point. I did not think I was going to even survive and make it.
I think you were on that breaking point for a long time too. You didn't,
Sure.
it was the daily battle of trying to get past that, and then you take a few steps forward, a few steps back, and maybe more steps back than forward. It's a lot of times life is.
Yeah, it's true, and that's how life is, and I know each and every single one of you, struggle with a daily battle, or there may be a breaking point that you're coming to today that you just don't know if you can handle anymore. And this verse, I love this verse in 2 Corinthians that it really, it speaks volumes.
2 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 8. Paul says that we are hard pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed. I read that and I'm like, yeah, okay, we can do that, but how do you do that? What is the driving force behind being able to be pressed in on every side, but not crushed and not abandoned and not feeling destroyed and coming to those breaking points? What is he talking about? What is the key?
Well, and I think we can get so caught up with how the outward appearance looks and how, everything's got to physically, hair, makeup, our body, physique, clothes, whatever. It's got to be so perfect in this world because there's so many pressures that we got to look a certain way. But what's on the inside? Because I'm going to tell you, what's on the inside is what's sustainable. Because all of this can go away in 2 seconds. And that happened to me in my car accident. I was sidelined, and it was like gone. And your physical appearance can be gone. And what do you have on the inside is what's going to be able to sustain you.
Yeah, and it's like the little, I love illustrations. And so I have a little illustration for us today that hopefully will help us. She makes fun of me sometimes.
No, I actually like your illustrations because I'm such a visual learner that it really helps me understand what we're talking about.
Yeah, but you make fun of me because if something bad happens to me, like, oh, that's a sermon illustration. Oh, that's an illustration.
Well, let's just say if he scratches his pinky finger, then it's going on 5 Minute Church because it was drama.
Check out Sermon Jam
with
this
a capital
week. You'll see on Sermon Jam.
Capital D Drama is his middle name.
But we're talking about Jesus, greater is he that's in us than he that's in the world. So the pressure that comes at us is like this, and it can represent all the pressures. My hand is the pressure that you guys have of life, and we're like the can. And we spend so much time worrying about this can and making it look great, and so it looks like we have everything together, we can handle everything. But when the pressures come, how easily it is that we're crushed, right?
It's true.
But then you take a can that has greater pressure within, greater substance within. It can take the pressure, and I'm squeezing as hard as I can.
Just don't spray me.
I'm trying to show off to her. It can withstand the pressures of life because of the inside, not the can. The can is exactly the same.
That's so true. That is so true. And what is it that you have on the inside? It's the fruits of the Spirit, like
Absolutely.
Love, joy, peace, like filling yourself with God, and that's how you fill the inside of who you are, that you can withstand the pressures of the world. And finding the confidence from within, that's God-given confidence. It's not an ego or arrogance. Like, that's what God gives you, and that's what's going to sustain the pressures that are coming at you today.
And God says that when we are weak, he is strong. And that is so true. And the more strength you have from him, you can get through the things when you're on being pressed in. And if you're feeling like you're being crushed, I believe that he can sustain you today. We want to just keep encouraging you with this verse and with this little illustration, whatever can help you, or we'd love to pray with you. Thanks for tuning in. If you're tuning in on our app or Apple TV or part of our small groups, we want to thank you for joining us.
Hey guys, make sure that you share the app with your friend. You never know what people are going through. You can now share the app. There's a share button. You can go share it on your social media. I'm telling you, we have gotten amazing stories. So share it with your friends, like us on YouTube and all of our social media. 5 Minute Church, have the best week ever. We love you.
God bless you.